Hi, my name is Julia M. Spencer. I'm a real estate advisor, investor, and your number one source for real estate advice online. I hope you can hear me okay. I wanted to record this brief video because I actually had a little bit of an interchange with one of you subscribers. I tried to get back to your messages pretty much immediately, hopefully. Sometimes I don't get to it, but I try to answer right away. And this lady, I wanted to just kind of showcase her story. And of course, I'm not going to mention any names and not going to mention anything that could identify her, but I want to just briefly share my story with you from her, because this is kind of the things that I run into pretty frequently, and I wanted you to kind of understand where I'm coming from. So this lady actually subscribed to my email list and got the free guide to real estate investing. Obviously interested in tax sale foreclosure investing. That's why she contacted me. And she lived, I believe, in Greenville, South Carolina, I believe. I'm not going to mention any names. We don't do that here on my channel unless the person has given permission. And unless it's just like a username on YouTube or something. No real names. I don't do that on my radio show either. There are specific rules that I follow. But in any case, and the reason I say that, because you're going to hear the story, going to find it quite amusing. She actually contacted me a couple of months ago, and she really wanted to get into tax sale foreclosure investing. She asked in her county and her state about the tax sale foreclosure process there, and she was specifically interested only to invest in tax liens and not deeds. So in other words, she was not interested to get the actual property. She wanted to make the interest and using it basically as an investment vehicle. And of course, South Carolina, being a lien state, is on the quarterly schedule, where depending on when redemption happens within the year, you get 3, 6, 9, or 12% of return. And it's very straightforward. When you purchase the property, the county handles everything, and they actually even have a county attorney that handles everything. Now, mind you though, all my videos of South Carolina have to do with the county officials, the county tax foreclosures, not any kind of city foreclosures or special assessment foreclosures or HOA or condo association fee foreclosures, simply and only the county. And the county that I have investigated is Jasper County, specifically Ridgeland, South Carolina. This is where I bought tax sales before, and that's exactly how it worked. And if you wanted to know more information about that particular area, you can actually just search Ridgeland or South Carolina on my YouTube channel, and you can find out the videos that I made there and some of the comments that I've left there. And, to basically just explain it to you. I even have some forms that I'm actually showing in the videos. So this lady approached me, and she said she did a little bit of research. I don't know what kind of research. Made some phone calls in her local city and county, and was basically told that South Carolina, they basically told by the officials, they're not a lien state, they only sell deeds. So she comes to me and she's like, I'm really confused. They tell me that it's deeds. You're telling in your videos that it's liens. Which one is it? I don't know how to get into this. And I basically told her at the time, I was like, look, South Carolina is a lien state, it's not a deed state. Now if you're going to the city, they might be selling deeds. They might be even selling deeds on water, I don't know, outstanding water charges that are ran through the county, outstanding trash, or any kind of special assessments for street lights or improving streets or whatever. I don't know who she was talking to, in other words. So I basically said to her, look, the best thing would be for you to get some of my audiobooks on tax sale foreclosure investing. There's 2 of them, Make Money with Tax Sale Foreclosure Investing and Make More Money with Tax Sale Foreclosure Investing. And just check those books out. And then if you still have questions, you can either ask me if it's just 1 or 2 questions, but if you need to have like more specific guidance, just get one of my consulting packages and let's sit down and let's dive into this and figure this out. And didn't hear anything from her. She kept asking the same question, is this a deed state or a lien state? I kept saying it's a lien state, you know, I don't know where you're getting your information. And I basically said, look, I've already answered all your questions. I can't help you any further until you basically either get the basics down or kind of hire me to help you, because that's kind of the business that I'm in. I give a lot of free advice, of course, but if you're not willing to listen to me, I can't really help you. And so we kind of held off with that. We're done with that. And then subsequently, what happened is that a couple months went by. Actually, probably want to say like 2 months, maybe even 1 month or so. And she sends me another message and the same question. South Carolina doesn't seem to be a lien state. I only want to invest in liens. I don't want any deeds. Can you give me the definite information if South Carolina is a lien or deed state? So this time I said, look, ma'am, you need to actually basically learn how to research this topic, because you're obviously getting your information from somewhere, I don't know, but you need to be able to go to the right authorities and ask the right questions and learn how to do this research. And the best way to learn how to do this kind of research and what kinds of questions to ask is by listening to some of my ebooks. And since you're already a subscriber, you already have access to all kinds of really cool coupons and discounts. And by the way, dear listeners, if you're watching this video, you also have access to them as well. So don't just watch my videos, actually go and subscribe at juliamspencer.com, and you get the same coupons and discounts that I just mentioned this lady had available to her. So for a couple of bucks, you could have gotten the information without, asking me the same question over and over again. So I got a little bit frustrated. I don't have a lot of patience. I mean, I do actually have a lot of patience, but I don't have a lot of patience for people that are actually not willing to listen to me. So I didn't have a lot of patience with her, but I did want to answer. So again, I reiterated to her, I don't know where you're getting your information. I know South Carolina is a lien state. I have personally invested in tax liens in South Carolina, in the Jasper County, in Ridgeland, South Carolina, and that's exactly how it works. It works the same throughout the state. There's no differences on city or county. Maybe she was going to the city and there's some other assessment or anything that she was talking about. I have no idea. Maybe she was talking to a place where where the county was actually or the city was holding properties in their real estate portfolio, and of course if you buy those, you're going to be buying a deed, you're not going to be buying a lien. And she might have not been talking to the right person. So I kind of advised her that she needs to really learn how to research this process and learn how the process works, and then she would know who to ask, what questions to ask, and how to avoid getting false or wrong or misleading information. And in addition to that, I said in a lot of states where you can buy liens, when you purchase a lien, you might actually get a sheriff's deed, and the terminology is very confusing at times as well. In addition to that, the people working at the courthouses in the cities are not always the best educated ones. They might mix up the terms lien and deed, not really understand what they're talking about, thinking it's the same thing. So again, you need to learn all these little nuances of how to go about it. And the best way for you to do that is, of course, to ask questions, but also to get my ebooks or get my consulting sessions, because I can't help you and I won't do the legwork for you for your specific area for free, of course. There is a charge for that, but it's a minimum charge if you invest in my ebooks, of course, because that's where I've accumulated all the information for you to get very easily. So anyways, the message traffic went back and forth until I finally said, I'm really sorry, I can't help you if you're not willing to listen to the advice that I give you. So the message traffic went back and forth for a little while, and I could tell the lady was getting very aggravated with my answers because I wasn't giving her any free advice on her location. Instead, I was referring her to my consulting sessions where she can basically purchase time for me to research the stuff with her so she can learn how to do it, but also to get the information that she was looking for. And she just didn't like that very much. I'm not even going to quote the discussion, but she basically in the end said, well, never mind, I'm not going to do it, I'm just going to invest in mutual funds. And my response to her was, okay, well, that's fine, but mutual funds are not a sure investment either. And on top of that, a lot of times mutual funds don't even keep up with inflation. The same with savings accounts and CDs. So if you're going to go that route, you might as well just go the complete safe way and put your money in savings or a CD, and then you don't have to worry about anything. But then, I mean, why are you asking me these questions if you're not willing to take some risk in order to become financially independent? So she got kind of aggravated after that. She didn't like me very much, and she just kept spewing back that I didn't know what I was talking about. This other person told her South Carolina is a deed state, and I didn't really help her at all. And again, with all due respect, I said to her, I was like, man, lady, or ma'am, I said, please, you know, you need to get educated. And then I kind of mentioned to her is that even though you buy a lien, you sometimes get a sheriff's deed. A lot of people confuse that, and she basically said, oh, okay, now I understand. Now it was a little missing puzzle piece for me to go ahead and invest in tax sale foreclosures. Again, I said to her, and this is what I'm going to tell you guys, is one little puzzle piece isn't going to make you see the whole picture. It really is important that you get educated. My ebooks are a great way. If you don't want to invest in my ebooks, go some other place to get some sort of education, because you're going to lose a lot of money if you don't educate yourself really, really well on tax sale foreclosures. You're going to lose a lot of money very early. You're going to get frustrated, and you're going to quit, and your money is going to be gone. And just knowing that something is named something different at times, that's not going to help you really make any money in this area. Again, she got very upset, and I basically said, you know, sorry, I can't help you. You're not listening to my advice, and you're not listening to the expert. I mean, I can't help you. No book or anybody else is going to help you if you're so stubborn-minded that you want to go with your head through the wall and tell me that South Carolina is a deed state when it's not. And at this point, I basically just said, thank you, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I will use your example, though, to make a video out of, which is what I'm doing right now. And after that, it got very insulting. She basically said she prohibited me to use this example on my YouTube channel. She prohibited me from using her name, of course, and any of the email traffic that we've had. And at this point, I'm like, we do still have free speech in this country, so I can talk about it if I wish, and I don't need her permission. Of course, I'm not going to engage in anything illegal. I'm not going to defame her, use her name, or any specific wording from any of her emails, but I can for sure use it as a case example for you guys to learn from. So what have we learned? What have we learned from this? Point one is find yourself some mentors, some experts, people that have been doing it for many years, and actually listen to them. There's no use for you to find the expert and pay them lots of money if you're not actually going to listen to what they have to say. If you're going to be stubborn and risk averse like this lady was, you're not going to accomplish anything. All you're going to accomplish is you're going to lose a lot of money, and you're going to lose your patience, and you're going to quit. And if that's what you're out to do, you know, go for it. What else have we learned? From my side, I have learned that I need to not keep responding. I really do want to help you all, and when you have questions, I try to respond. And even if you're getting insulting and mean to me, which happens quite a bit sometimes, I do still respond. I try to respond in a respectful, professional, adult manner, and I will give you my straight up opinion. If I believe that you're not cut out to be a real estate investor, tax sale foreclosure investor, I'm going to tell you that, and you're probably not going to like it, and you're probably going to get insulting, and that's okay. But at least I feel anyways that at least if you hear it from me in the beginning, and that saves you going into an area that you won't succeed in, at least it's gonna, in the long run, it's gonna save you a lot of money, and my goal is accomplished, because at least you're not gonna lose any money. So the purpose of my channel is to be straightforward, honest, and give you the real, no kidding information. At this point anyways, I don't run any commercials on any of my videos. I could do that. I'll probably make some money with that, and I may consider doing that in the future, just to fund the fact that I can make more videos that way. But for all intents and purposes, I'm not making any money on my YouTube videos. It actually just costs me to put them out and edit them. But I want you to have this information, because I didn't have this information when I was starting off. I did lose a lot of money. I was very frustrated. I gave up on tax sale foreclosure investing for a decade, and I wasted a decade of my life pushing the desk in the corporate job. I don't want you to have to go through that as well, and I want you to prevent you from having to do all of that. So if I think you're not a good candidate, I'm probably going to tell you, and you're probably not going to like it, and I'm sorry for that, but I'm not going to compromise my good opinion. So for this lady, I'm really sorry. Bless your heart. It's probably better if you stick to mutual funds, savings accounts, and CDs. If you want to get into tax sale foreclosure investing, you need to take the blind glasses off and actually listen to what people have to say that are in the business, successfully doing it, and have the advice to give pretty much for free. So for that being said, I hope you have a great evening or afternoon or morning, whenever you're listening to this video. Subscribe to my email list. It's at the bottom of this video is a website where you can subscribe. Check out my radio show and also any of my other videos. Leave me comments, please. I love your comments. I read them all. I try to respond to all of them, and also comment to each other, because the channel is for interaction between each other, and I want to know what you have to say, because this is what makes my channel better, is when I learn what you have to say. Suggestions, comments, ideas, criticism. I want to hear it all, and I look forward to hear from you. Have a great day.
For your free guide to real estate investing, visit juliamspencer.com.